What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Punting for the People. It is a new week here in Hildesheim. Unfortunately, the loss on the weekend is still stinging a little bit, but I have to put on a happy face, or at least a happy voice, because as you can tell by the title of the video, Punting for the People is going on German radio. That is right. We have been asked by Radio Toncool in Hildesheim to come on, talk about the vlog, talk about the team and everything going on in the GFL this year. Really exciting. I have a bit of a face for radio, I think. Not so much a face for YouTube, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to head into town, talk to them, just have some fun with it and see how it goes. It's only my second talking gig. I was on a podcast late last year, but we'll see what happens. So we're heading to town. We'll get rocking and rolling and get it underway. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. I am growing pretty crazy again, so please consider subscribing, joining the YouTube family. And if you like the video, please leave a thumbs up, leave a like, and also if you feel like doing so, comment your thoughts. So let's go into town. Made it into the city and we are on our way to the radio station just down the street from the office. So when I get there, we will go in and meet everyone. No, not too bad. Not with dogs. Just in Germany, the pollen gets me, but yeah, not the puppies. Hey. Yeah. So we've just arrived in the radio station. There's a radio station dog, which is awesome. I'm probably going to chill here after my interview, I guess you'd call it, and probably pat with the dog. But we're setting up now, getting everything ready, and we're going to talk invaders and punting for the people. So let's go.
Jacob, you play American football in Germany as an Australian, as you keep saying in your videos. We'll be talking about your videos as well. But first of all, a little bit of your story. How did you get to Hildesheim? How did it come to the, how should I put this? How did it come to you being an Australian, being here, playing a sport that is particularly popular in the United States?
It's a funny story. I grew up playing Australian football, as most people in Australia that play Australian football, or they play rugby. I got a job in sales, and when it comes to sales in Australia, the busiest day of the week is a Saturday. That's when our football games were on. So I had to find a different sport. I got back into sport and I was kind of like, oh, what can I do? And I remembered that one of my teammates actually had a try of American football when he was around 15, 16 years old. So got on the internet, started looking at local teams, the league, everything like that. Called up the head coach for the local team. He basically said, pre-season starts in a week. Let's get you down there, see what you think. And went down there, first day, absolutely loved it. Next week I bought the pads, the helmet, the everything, and it kind of just went from there. I had that was my first season. That would have been 2014. And there's some Americans that come over and play in Australia. There's some American coaches who have relocated to Australia, and they kind of asked me, why don't you consider going over to the US? Unfortunately, with the difference in schooling from America to Australia, I wasn't eligible to go on scholarship. Tried to save up all the money. Unfortunately, I just couldn't get to that point where I'd be financially able to do it, and that's where I found Europe, and more importantly Germany. There was our national team coach, John Lighton, played or coached in the NFL Europe over here, and then moved into the GFL. I didn't have any expectations of him being a GFL coach, being the top league in Europe, being interested. And next thing I get a message from him saying, I know a couple of coaches, but quick question, why don't you want to come and play for me? And about 4 weeks later, I was signing a contract to come and play American football in Germany as an Australian in Dresden. It was off to Hildesheim, and now we're here.
Yeah, you mentioned the word home. I mean, as a player from a different country, you're a bit of a mercenary, right? So do you really feel at home here, or do you see this as one of the stations in your life and, maybe in a year or two you'll be at some other place?
Yeah, definitely we're seen as like guns for hire, or me being with my position more of a leg for hire. But I think for me, originally in Dresden, like I met my partner, who I'm still together with now. I met her in Dresden, so when I kind of went back for the second year, I was looking at a long-term kind of thing. When I moved to Hildesheim this year, it was very new, very different to Dresden, but I found it to be completely down my alley in terms of the style of living, the size of the city, the people, the team as well. Very much more family orientated. It's a smaller team, a smaller community, so it's a lot more close knit. My partner's relocated here as well and works here locally. Good opportunity to kind of set something up, to set a foundation. I also love Germany. I love the culture here as well. So I see it as a long-term thing, at least for a couple more years. Obviously it comes down to, being that I am a mercenary, a gun for hire, it comes down to my value on the field. But also bring value off the field as well as a member of the community. So hopefully long term.
Doing video blogging. The camera is with us here in the studio. You already mentioned when you started. How did that come about? Why did you go into video blogging? Is that something that you always wanted to do, or was it just some random idea and then it just kept going?
I'm not one of those guys that takes a lot of photos or does a lot of stuff on social media. I try to stay up to date and post and let people know what I'm doing, but it is quite difficult when you're trying to be in the moment. So I thought, what better way to do that and show people back home what I'm doing than, start a video vlog, so the memories can be encased forever. So I started doing that. The whole reason for the channel, was that, and then obviously as well to kind of have memories for me, kind of like a video album for my time here, and then also to show people what the German league and Germany is all about. Not a lot of people, when people say, oh, what do you do in Germany? You say you play football, they go, oh, soccer. And it's like, no, American football. So showing people what the league's like here, and then obviously showing people how beautiful Germany is as well, all the places that I get to visit, all the things I get to see. So I've just finished the radio interview. I'm going to have a quick walk around Hildesheim, because why not have a walk around a place like this when you live here? It's beautiful. Might grab something to eat, and then I have meetings. We've got film today getting ready for Cologne, so have a bit of an explore, see the sights again, and keep on with the day. Now, I know there's people out there that watch my vlog that are going to get annoyed at the fact that I keep putting Michaelis Kirche in my vlogs, but guess what? You don't live here, you haven't seen it in the flesh like me being a tourist. I love it. Every time I'm in Hildesheim filming, it is going to be in the vlog because it is amazing for me. I can't believe that I live in a city where something like that is just sitting there. After a hectic day, some cake, some coffee, get ready for film, but overall, good day.
Well, guys, after what was a successful day at the radio station, thank you very much for Radio Tongkul for letting me come and share my story. We talked about football, we talked about YouTube, we talked about everyday life in Germany and just my experiences since I've been here. Shouted out a couple of fellow YouTubers. I will put a link in my description to the interview. They're doing it in a podcast, and then later, once it's edited, they're going to do it in a radio segment. So I'll put a link as those come out if you want to check out the entire thing. But it was great. Love being able to share my message with everyone possible. But yeah, we had fun. We've now got a couple more days until the next game against Cologne. Plenty of stuff happening this week. Next week, I'm very excited because there is a huge thing happening, which I will be sharing with you guys. I'm not going to tell you until it happens, but I'm sure when it does happen, those of you who watch my vlogs all the time will know exactly what video I'm talking about. So that is it though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. If this is the first time watching my channel, please go back, watch some more. Keep up to date, subscribe if you are a returning subscriber or viewer. Thank you so much for supporting me. But I'll say goodbye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jacob, and this is Punting for the People, and I will see you in the next video.